It's week 5 of DTS, Creative Journal. Wow, week 5. Speaker, teacher this past week was Paul Hawkins. Taught on God. Some of the things he said were very, like I've heard before, were principles, foundation things. But they were said in such a way to where it was, you can only think or judge or say something about God or a situation in your life based on the character of God and who God is. For me, that was really awesome to be able to take that and say that, no matter what happens in my life, whatever circumstance or whatever thoughts about God that I'm having, I can base everything off of my God, like his characteristics are not going to change. So if my theology doesn't line up with the characteristics of God, I should not question God, which I've done a lot. But I should question my theology. For me, that was just like so powerful. Because God doesn't change. My minds and my theology will trick me, but God will never do that. God will not change. So for me to be able to hear that truth was awesome. And and how he started to talk about how God is a personal God. How God can be vulnerable. God makes himself vulnerable. For me, that was... At first, it was hard for me to hear. God is vulnerable. It's something that I don't know, I guess I kind of thought I always believed. But to hear someone say God is vulnerable, you think, no. My God's mighty. My God's powerful. Well, yeah, he is. But he's also vulnerable in the sense that he gives it up to us whether or not we're going to reject him or love him, because it makes our love for him that much more strong, and he loves it. For me, like the whole week, it was just like really a revelation of God and who he is to me. Like, I guess just a revelation of how he feels about me, how he thinks about me, what he's done for me. And that his thoughts towards me will never change. Learning about God was awesome. So that's my week 5 DTS. See you in week 6.